So we've all made quilts that are quilt in a day or quilt in a few hours, but then we've made quilts like this, or maybe you haven't ever, where it's quilts that take time, but they're absolutely show-stopping quilts you're so proud to display or maybe give as an incredible gift. Well, Nancy Rink is one of our favorite designers, and Aglow, which is what this quilt is called, has been one of our all-time favorites. I'm going to step aside here. Just take that quilt in, how big it is, how prominent it is. We've done this before in a couple different colorways, and this one is easily my favorite. This is a collection called Posh by BasicGrey. They're one of the most popular designers for Moda Fabrics, and I love how sophisticated this is. This is what today's homes look like. When I go into my son's friends' homes, they're all this younger generation. These are the colors they're seeing. The whites, the grays, the charcoals, the blacks. These are kind of these earthy tones where this quilt is incredible. So Aglow in this particular collection, Posh, is just absolutely spectacular. This is a reserve, and you know why I love reserves? You don't have to come up with a lot of money today to get a kit. All you need to do is make a $10 deposit toward your kit, and if you need to have the perfect 108-inch backing, which I would, this is Grunge from Moda Fabrics. One big, beautiful piece of perfectly coordinated fabric on the back. Oh yes, please. That's a $5 deposit. That's it. 15 bucks today. You rest easy. And in the meantime, Tammy has filmed a tutorial on how to make one of these wedges. She's an incredible instructor. She is hands-on every day in that sewing room. Her techniques are absolutely worth giving your time to because she's so skilled and she's an outstanding teacher. The magic here is obviously in very precise strip piecing, but then here in this Creative Grid 6.5 by 24.5 inch ruler. You know that many times I'm skipping over that ruler because it seems so basic to just cut strips. Oh no. These angles on this are playing a very important role in how to cut these wedges once they've been strip pieced. But again, Tammy's done an outstanding job showing us how to make this wedge. So if you've never made a quilt of this caliber or always thought that was beyond your reach, Tammy will prove you otherwise, that this is absolutely within your reach. What do we know about Moda Fabrics? Number one, I always think they make some of the most beautiful fabric, but they make too little of it, in my opinion. We cannot add to the number of kits that we purchased for. I designed this, basically colored it because it's Nancy's pattern, but I colored it in Posh. And I thought the quilt would be beautiful, but in real life it's stunning. We cannot add to this. So without delay, head to the Shabby Fabrics website, get this kit. You're making your reserve, and again, this is going toward the cost of that kit. This is a perfect backing for that. Be sure to pick up the Creative Grid 6.5 by 24.5 inch ruler. The other thing I'd like to call your attention to, because we want to be right on the mark with that 1/4 inch seam allowance, is going to be our seam guides that help us stay true to that. Some good patchwork pins, and let's get a fresh needle in that sewing machine if it's been a while. We love the Schmetz size 80, 12, you know, good thread and anything else you might need. But like I said, these types of kits, especially with Moda, come around just one time. Again, head to the Shabby website to be sure to reserve your kit, your backing, any notions you might need.